Good day! It is me, Scott from WDBV Videos. Right, today we're going to have a look at one of the most widely used little overdrive pedals, little pedals in general, that's probably been used with every single person that had long hair down to about here who played guitar in the 80s. It was basically, arguably, the Boss's answer to the Ibanez Tube Screamer. It's been made for a very long time. It is super cheap. You can pick up these a Boss Super Overdrive these days, brand new, for £39, £40, from a number of different retailers in the UK. Second hand, £20, £15, something like that. These are awesome little, very versatile little pedals. So for the price that you're paying, some of the cheaper new brand makes that are out there now, you can get an actual Boss Super Overdrive pedal. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a few different tones today, through my Bugera, on the clean channel, on the rhythm channel, and possibly maybe on the filth channel, on the dirty channel, which is the lead channel. Today I'm playing my Fender. It's a Mexican, the VG Strat, essentially, because you can just swap between humbuckers to the single coils and so on. So it'll give you a bit of a wide sort of choice of what it's actually like with different types of guitars. I may even plug in my old faithful Squire a little bit after. So essentially, these things were made either in Japan originally, up until 1990. And then from there on they moved it over to Taiwan, which they are to this current day. Now, there are slight little differences you can get. I would say that a previous one that I had, which is a Keeley modded one, was amazing, absolutely amazing. It's like a JCM 800 in a stomp box. It was a little bit smoother, but to be fair, I would say most of the time these pedals are probably used to push, push like your amp. They are okay, quite good, just on their own. I wouldn't say they're an ideal pure just blues overdrive pedal, because they're a little bit raspy for just purely on its own through a clean channel. I have heard a lot better ones than that, but saying that, it still does a bloody good job. All right. There are numerous amount of people that have actually used these over the years. Eddie Van Halen, Adrian Vandenberg, I've got a list of it on this machine here, Zakk Wylde, Jimmy Page. Essentially any big name through the 80s essentially had one of these in front of a Marshall, and it was giving it welly. Alright? These are fantastic little pedals, especially for the price you can get them. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to zoom into the pedal itself, and I'm going to take you through essentially some different tones and give you some ideas of what's happening. Okay, see you in a second. Hello, and we're back in the room with what looks like to me, if you can look at it, it's like a little robot. You've got the two little eyes, and its nose, and its two little arms sticking out. Ah, it's really cute. So this is the Boss Super Overdrive. I'll get out the picture now. Right, so this is my clean tone. Okay, I'm using the VG Strat on a humbucker mode, on the bridge, and it's clean. So this is my clean tone to start off with. Okay, so this is the clean tone, and let's add all Stanley in here, Stanley the robot, Super Overdrive on all at 12 o'clock, and this is what it sounds like on the clean channel. Yeah, quite nice. Let me pop it onto a Strat sort of sound. Okay. Yeah, quite a nice little bluesy sort of rhythm channel. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's give it a bit more beef. And let's whack up the old overdrive to about 3/4. Okay, let's put it back onto our old humbuckers. Yeah, not bad. And let's give it full whack. Okay, let's push the amp a little bit more because I'm using a valve amp out here now. And volume about 3/4. Now it's giving it a bit of welly. You can probably hear the difference in that now. Let me turn it down a little bit on the mic a second. It's really driving the amp a lot better now this time, yeah? Let's put it back onto a Strat sound again. Yeah, really nice. Okay, let's try and pop the old gain down a little bit. Notice the old hiss has gone a fair bit there now. So I'm on 3/4 now, as you can see. Yeah, here we go. You can pop it off a second so you can hear the difference. And back on again. Yeah, quite a nice little bluesy channel there, isn't it? I mean, you're not talking a thrash territory by any means, but yeah, quite a really usable blues tone. You back off the tone a little bit, because the tone is a little bit angry, I would say. It does affect it a fair bit. You can probably hear that now, that's made it a hell of a lot. Yeah, we pop it all the way up, I'd say about 3/4. And that Strat tone comes through a lot better now as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Pop it back onto humbucker mode. Nice. Right, let's put it back on the 12 o'clock all the way again. And let's swap over onto now the old, a little bit of grunt. Grunt. Okay. So now, right, straight away, a lot more hiss. Okay. So what I would suggest you get with one of these is some form of noise suppressor. But you're going to find that with most of the overdrive pedals, as soon as you whack it onto through an amp, you're going to get a bit of hiss. Alright? Tube screamers, most of the different ones I've tried in the past, you're going to get a little bit of hiss in the background. Okay, so I'm on crunch. Now this is my, let me just pop that off. This is my crunch, again humbucker on the bridge. Yeah, okay. Just kicking all Stanley here. A lot more hiss now. A lot more grunt. Okay, wrap it onto a bit of a Strat sound. Yeah, nice. Okay, so let's give it full welly. Full Wellington boot. Back on the humbucker. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do now is like I did before. Bit less gain, bit more level. Hopefully I'm not going to blow your ears out. Now, let me do a before after. Okay, before, so this is the standard tone of the amp. Super Overdrive. Bit of drop tunage. Bit of baritone, I think. Just have a bit of baritone, is it? Aye. And back up to normal. So, let's give it full on that, on the level. Ooh, madam! Okay, and finally, let's pop it on the old lead channel. So this is my lead on a humbucker bridge standard tone. Fair bit of Wellington. Okay? Let's kick in the old Super Overdrive. Lots of hiss now. baby! You're talking serious amounts of whoopage there. Okay, let's give it a bit of drop tune, just for 2 seconds. And for those of you who would like a bit of the lower scales, back on the old baritone. So, here concludes our lesson for today. So, as you can see, you've got plenty of tones, yeah? From a really nice bluesy Overdrive, your Kenny Wayne Shepherd, possibly a bit of Pat Travers. So you're talking more your blues rock sort of side, yeah. Through to really usable rhythm tones, just to bring out the harmonics. And as you've probably noticed there, that it really does bring out the harmonics a lot better. It goes from that then, let me pop it on to clean. Goes from that then on to you've got your full on my sugar, my tea, my coffee, and my more gain. Yeah, plenty of gain that you can shake a stick at. I was probably using a fair bit too much there, to be honest, but just wanted to show you the difference that this damn thing can make. What I would say is, up to about say 6 or 7 on the gain side, you've got a real nice sweep amount of user gain. Anything past that, I would say up to about your full round the clock. It doesn't really make that much difference. It just gets a bit more unpalatable. Okay, so not as clear, a bit more messy. However, as you saw earlier, keep it down to about say 3 or 4. Go there, yeah. And up the level on the pedal itself doesn't necessarily, because I'm going to take this straight into the front of the amp, it's not going to give me that much of a volume boost, maybe 1 dB if that, yeah. However, it is going to push those preamp tubes to the front of your amp a hell of a lot more, and it's really going to drive your amp a lot more. As you've seen there, yeah, maybe back off the tone a little bit. Sometimes it can be a little bit harsh, but that's for my ears. I normally use this. Sometimes I'll use it as a different sort of tone through my clean channel, but with a fair bit of gain. Sometimes I'll use it as just a harmonics pusher from my rhythm channel, or as an extra little lead boost then on my lead sounds. But such a versatile little pedal this, and at a pittance, at £40 brand new, you really can't go wrong. I've tried, now there is another one that doing the ranges we've been going for a very long time, which is the DS one, the Boss Distortion. I found that, again, to my own subjective ears, to be quite brittle, quite not really quite warm. Whereas this, yeah, it can be used to again enrichen your tones. So I prefer this one, to be honest. There are a few other options out there. There's a Boss Super Overdrive Distortion pedal, which is like a combination between the two. There's the Boss Blues Driver, which they've been selling for a fair few years now, which is going down in heaps, and that's got a really good reception. A little bit less gain on that one. There are also the newer versions again. Remember I was saying earlier there's the old version, which is the Japan version, and the Taiwan version, which they're making now. Well, there's also the Wazacraft ones that they're making now, which are essentially those plus a bit more. They've got like a mod switch on there, so it's like instead of going to Keeley or some of the other like modded manufacturers, yeah, Boss have decided to make their own modded versions. The difference between, I've tried the Super Overdrive one there. It's essentially, I would say, it's essentially the Boss Super Overdrive as it stands there, plus a switch then which essentially kicks in a bit more overdrive, a bit more depth in the sound as well, and it sounds a lot more boutique sounding. Really worth the checking out. They go for around about £100, £120, something like that, but you're talking really good quality parts in those. Fantastic little pedals. Right, so hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea now what you can use for very little pennies, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers all.